This is Epic Book Recaps, a podcast that offers complimentary audio summaries of influential nonfiction books, making learning a smarter experience. 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, Blake Masters. To create a transformative business, you must perceive reality from an angle that has never been explored. Merely enhancing old ideas is insufficient because they lack the essence of success, originality. Rather than attempting to copy the success of Apple, it is more beneficial to innovate and present consumers with something they have never encountered. It may seem direct. Search for a fresh perspective, monopolize the market, and relish in your accomplishments. But is this sufficient? And how can you discover the next big thing that consumers require? This summary will provide answers to these questions and more. You will comprehend the steps a startup needs to take to become profitable and flourishing. You will also understand why the market model of perfect competition does not stimulate discoveries and innovative solutions. Additionally, you will get a comprehensive outlook of the market and grasp why accurately anticipating the future is crucial. You will grasp the power of secrets. It is a fallacy to think that all discoveries have already been made. Numerous secrets still exist in the world, but you must have the knack to spot them. The following questions await you. How is a startup similar to a marital relationship? Which steps should a company take to monopolize a market? Why don't even the most sophisticated products and technologies sell themselves? How to strike a balance between labor automation and human resources? What blunders are inexcusable when launching a startup? Discover why, at times, a company's ability to think differently is more vital than flexibility and adaptability. Sounds intriguing? Let's begin. All companies that have failed share a commonality. They could not escape competition. Peter Thiel. The trap of competition. The world is rife with competition. It's ingrained into us from school, where we compete with our classmates for top grades. It continues in university and at work as we strive to ascend the career ladder before our peers. Success hinges on outperforming others. Competition instigates conflict and tension, and the incessant fight for supremacy is draining and stressful. Competition is not merely an economic model, it's an ideology. The business world is no different. Every market possesses two economic models: perfect competition, monopoly. When a profitable niche arises, numerous companies rush into it. This leads to a decrease in prices and a decline in the anticipated profitability level. Some companies incur losses and exit the market, which stabilizes prices again. As a result of this model, no company attains its profit targets. Conversely, a monopoly controls its market and thus determines its prices. Business is often metaphorically referred to as a battlefield, and competition is the culprit. What is the primary issue with rivalry? If you're consistently battling for the top spot, you won't notice anything beyond the fight. In imitative competition, you provide versions of what already exists but fail to produce anything novel. Consider the fight between companies to produce the most user-friendly credit card reader. There were numerous versions, but what was original? Competition forces you to view things very narrowly, overlooking other possibilities. Alternatively, you can evade competition by focusing on your passions. When you're passionate about something, you pay minimal attention to what others are doing. Therefore, when selecting an activity, be guided not only by popularity but by what interests you. One of the biggest mistakes for newcomers to business is underestimating the scope of their competition. For instance, you can't merely rely on your grandmother's old recipes when opening a restaurant. You need to first conduct market research. If there are other restaurants near you that only differ in their cooking methodology, you will be one among many. Discover a method to take command of the market. Many believe that monopolies hinder other businesses from selling their products. However, they can produce novel products that considerably enhance living standards. Such innovative monopolies propel progress. Competition treats individuals as replaceable components of a machine, while monopolies stimulate creativity. Both society and companies profit from monopolies. But to control the market, you must solve a unique problem. Even though each innovative company is distinct, certain aspects remain the same. First, patented technology. This prevents others from duplicating your product. Your product must be 10 times superior to stand out from the competition, so continuous development is essential. Nonetheless, your competitors won't take long to catch up and surpass you. Second, utilization of network effects. Facebook is an example of successful promotion. The website started as a means of connecting Mark Zuckerberg's classmates, but it is now used by billions. However, attempting to immediately captivate a large audience is a misstep. Start by making your product or technology indispensable for a small group of people. Consequently, they will spread the word about your product. Third, the basis for scaling. Your product must have potential. For instance, service companies have limited growth opportunities. A dance studio can't teach millions of people residing in various corners of the world. However, this is possible for innovative technologies. Consider Twitter, Amazon, and Apple, whose ideas have influenced millions. If you dream of establishing a monopoly, contemplate extending your product beyond one country. Fourth, branding. It's more than just the design. Today, Apple is indisputably the leader in quality branding. Numerous companies attempted to replicate this success, but it turns out that copying the minimalist design isn't enough. Apple possesses its own array of quality technologies, starting with materials and ending with a vast assortment of mobile apps that the company offers to users. Focus on technology first, then embellish it with design. To establish a monopoly, start with small markets. It's easier to dominate a small market than a large one. Plus, it protects you from irreparable mistakes. You train and refine your skills, and only then do you enter the big league. Grasp the peril of indefinite optimism. Innovation begins with your vision of the future. There are 4 ways to perceive it. First, indefinite pessimism. This attitude implies that you see the future as uninteresting and joyless. Pessimism has characterized humanity at all stages of development. Its main problem is that viewing the situation from this angle, you don't contemplate changing anything. You just watch things deteriorate and wait for them to worsen. Sounds despairing, doesn't it? Second, definite pessimism. Here, you still don't expect anything good from the future, but at least you prepare for the bad things that are likely to occur. China exemplifies a country that harbors a similar view. It seems like China is confidently constructing its future. However, the wealthy send their money overseas, and the poor are saving every penny. Third, definite optimism. Here, you anticipate a vibrant future, but you recognize that it requires effort. This mindset dominated Western tradition from the 17th century through the 1950s. It was a time of exploration and discovery, with people expecting life to enhance with each passing year. Fourth, indefinite optimism. Here, you believe the future will be great and better than the present, but you don't know precisely how. You don't make plans. You only wait for everything to be fantastic. This attitude does not involve discoveries but the completion of what already exists. If the first 3 models of attitudes towards the future are productive in life and business, the 4th one is too volatile. Currently, society exists in a model of indefinite optimism. It materializes in various areas of life, including finance and politics. Life itself is uncertain. You think there's nothing new to discover, so you modify and improve what you've got. But is that true? There's still a lot to learn. Consider the fight against incurable diseases. They still don't have cures. How can we anticipate a joyful future without taking responsibility for it? The same applies to business. For your startup to be successful, you need to transition from perfecting what already exists to creating something innovative. Ensure a sturdy foundation for your startup. When constructing a house, you pay keen attention to the foundation. If it isn't good quality, everything could crumble. The same principle applies to creating a business. Of course, you can rectify some mistakes in the process, but there are crucial things that you must get right from the start. Select the right partner. The values of the partners must align because fundamentally different worldviews will lead to insurmountable conflicts. You must know the person with whom you're launching a startup well. Otherwise, you leave the success to chance. Choosing the person to build a business with is as crucial as finding the person with whom you plan to spend your life. Hire full-time employees. If an individual works with you only occasionally, they disrupt the workflow. It's typical for consultants and temps to want immediate payment. But if employees work with you consistently, receive a salary, own a portion of the shares, and aspire toward career growth in your company, they will strive for its prosperity. Be wary of monetary compensation. While perks are a significant motivation for employees, there are points to ponder. Lower salaries are better for CEOs. They will behave like a business owner if their pay is too high. A moderate salary, on the other hand, encourages the CEO to pursue business development. High salaries also make coworkers think the company is already successful, so they don't need to work hard. Performance bonuses are more effective because they depend on the quality of work and motivate employees. Engage employees. What can motivate them more than a high salary? It's a sense of direct involvement which you can materialize in the company's shares. This decision will encourage employees to work more efficiently. You strive to do your best when your well-being depends on the company's success. Strengthen the foundation. Ask yourself the key question: will your business be able to grow and scale in 10 years? You should leave room for discoveries and innovative solutions. Of course, you don't need it if you aim to achieve a specific goal and then rest on your laurels. But if you dream of continuous development, maintain the curiosity of a beginner. Remember, you must sell. In the realm of innovation, there's a myth that high-quality technology doesn't require advertising or sales. People will want to buy it due to its impressive features and efficiency. In reality, this notion is self-deception and an illusion. If you can't sell your innovative product, your business model or marketing strategy isn't functional and needs adjustment. Different sales methods work in diverse cases. Here are a few types you need to be aware of. First, complex sales. If you have an expensive product or technology, each contract requires special attention. You might not make more than one contract per year, but this is normal for this type of product. You will spend most of your time fostering a relationship with the client and supporting them for some time, even after closing the deal. Of course, this is a lengthy and sometimes challenging path, but it's a functional method of selling an expensive product. You don't need to hire anyone for this sale. When millions are at stake, buyers want to converse with the CEO. Second, personal sales. This is about less costly products. Here, the key is organizing the sales team's work correctly. A prime example is the story of Box. They sold a small cloud storage account to researchers at the Stanford Sleep Clinic when the technology was not widely used. Today, every student at Stanford University has a cloud storage account. Box started with a small market and then gained popularity on a broader scale. It would hardly have happened if they had immediately approached the university president. Personal selling facilitated the business's growth. Third, marketing and advertising. This method is suitable for mass consumption products. Advertising can also be beneficial for a startup, but they need to resist the temptation to compete with large companies. Startups neither have the resources nor the necessity for this. Fourth, viral marketing. If consumers like your product or technology, they can spread news about it. Consider Facebook, which evolved in this way. By finding a niche market with viral potential, you can become a monopoly. You don't have to use all the sales methods. By making one work effectively, you can achieve remarkable success. Did you know? Kellogg Insight calculated that the probability of creating a successful company at 40 is twice as high as at 25. Moreover, the average age of a group of 2.7 million founders is 41.9 years. Combine technology and human effort. Unquestionably, information technologies have revolutionized the contemporary world. Our lives are not the same without smartphones, and some technology is more advanced than humans. Computers defeat the best chess players, and drivers are concerned about automated cars. But can technology completely replace humans? More pertinent questions to ask are whether technology can process a vast amount of data, act purposefully, and make decisions. Humans and machines perform different tasks, so they can't compete. It would be more effective to view technology as an aid that enhances human productivity. This applies to the global understanding of the human-machine issue, and it's also a practical solution for a successful business. PayPal exemplifies a company that has successfully implemented this idea. Faced with fraud, they created a hybrid system to detect suspicious transactions. Initially, a computer identified questionable actions, and then people decided if they were fraudulent. You can also utilize technology in your business without trying to replace the work of specialists. Even the most advanced and flawless innovations will not replace doctors, lawyers, teachers, or consultants. But technology will assist them in working better. If you apprehend the benefits of balancing human and machine effort, you will achieve astonishing results. This step is vital for constructing a thriving startup. To create a successful business, pose these 7 key questions to yourself. First, can you create an innovative technology, not just refine what already exists? Second, is now the right time to realize your aspirations? Third, which market will you first attempt to conquer, big or small? Fourth, do you have a team that shares your values? Fifth, do you precisely know how you will promote your product? Sixth, will your business be relevant in 10, 20 years? Seventh, do you see that unique opportunity that others haven't spotted? These questions serve as a guide to help you launch your startup. Try to provide a clear answer to each of them. Depending on luck and moving without a plan is too risky. It is much better to do everything within your control and believe in success. You should relentlessly concentrate on something you're proficient at doing, but before that, you must seriously contemplate whether it will be valuable in the future. Thiel. Most individuals believe we've already made all the significant discoveries. Therefore, you can comfortably enjoy the benefits. 4 social trends prevent us from exploring the unknown and the secret. First, the need to progress in small steps. You learn this in school when you realize that you will always be praised for learning more than required. Exceed others slightly to be the best. Second, avoidance of risk. If you refrain from doing something unexpected and unusual, you have a lesser chance of societal disapproval. Secrets scare people because they don't know how to handle them. Third, self-satisfaction. Even though society's elite has the resources to discover, they do not because the current state of affairs suits them perfectly. Why exert effort if you already have everything? Fourth, senselessness. You mistakenly think that if there were more to discover, others would have done it a long time ago. This forces you to keep your ideas to yourself and not believe in your abilities. Challenge these tendencies. You can establish a monopoly business using numerous undisclosed secrets. To discover them, look where no one has looked before. You're the only one who creates the limitations that prevent you from seeing the solution. Do this. First, think about which areas still need comprehensive development and lack standardized approaches. In physics, it might be harder to come up with discoveries. However, in nutrition, the field still needs to be cultivated. Second, foster the curiosity of a researcher and pay attention to areas where creative solutions are yet to be found. The world still possesses numerous secrets awaiting your discovery.